Red, white, and blue political coverage this morning. Mitt Romney, Newt Gingrich, and Rick Santorum all expected to speak today in Waukesha at the Wisconsin Faith and Freedom presidential kickoff. Former Pennsylvania Senator Rick Santorum joins us now live by phone. Good morning, Mr. Santorum.
Good morning. It's great to be with you.
Now, just last night, or just yesterday, Mitt Romney picked up a key endorsement from Wisconsin Congressman Paul Ryan. I'm wondering how you see that endorsement, and I'm wondering if you had reached out to Congressman Ryan in the last few days.
Well, you know, if this race were decided by endorsements, I would have not been in this race a long, long time ago. You know, those elected officials in Washington, D.C. have a lot of them, if not all of them, have lined up behind Mitt Romney. That's what happens with the establishment Republicans that basically said what John Sununu, who's the former governor of New Hampshire, said, former chief of staff to President George H.W. Bush, that he said all the significant people have lined up behind Governor Romney. Well, I think there's a lot of significant people across this country who have yet to make that determination, and particularly here in Wisconsin. And I think we should let the people vote. And while endorsements may be nice things, I think we're looking for folks outside of the Beltway and folks who are across this country who would like to see some changes in Washington, as opposed to just an echo of what's already in Washington.
What do you say to those who would urge you to drop out of the race should you not win in Wisconsin?
Well, all I can say is less than half the delegates have been selected. Not even half the delegates have been up for election so far. At this point in time, 4 years ago, Governor Romney was still in the race, and he had not had near the success that I had. So I just think that what you have is you have a candidate in Governor Romney who can't make the case to the people of this country, can't close the deal. He's outspending us 10-1 basically across this campaign, and has had, as you mentioned, all of the establishment Republican lining up behind him, but he hasn't been able to close the deal for a reason. The reason is because his record is a very bad one. It's not a conservative one. It doesn't match up well against President Obama, particularly on the issue of Obamacare, because Governor Romney was the author of the blueprint for Obamacare and advocated that the Massachusetts healthcare system, the government-run, mandated healthcare system that he authored, that it be adopted by Barack Obama, and unfortunately it was. And so you have a candidate who is sort of uniquely disqualified to take on the Achilles heel of this president. The thing that the American public is probably most upset about what President Obama has done, which is the government takeover of healthcare, forcing people to do things against their will. And Governor Romney did the same thing, and in fact advocated for it at the federal level. That's why he's not been able to close the deal, and that's why I think most people across this country who have voted against him so far would like to see somebody else as their nominee.
Mr. Santorum, we have time for just one more quick question. An NBC poll shows you 7 points behind in this state. Do you believe those numbers, and do you believe you can win Wisconsin?
We do believe we can win Wisconsin. We're working hard. I mean, we spent the time going across the middle of the state yesterday, and we're down here in the Milwaukee area today, and we're working. We've spent 5 full days in the state. Have done well over a dozen town hall meetings and meet and greets and stops along the way at all sorts of different venues, getting a flavor of Wisconsin, and it's just been a wonderful time. And Governor Romney's coming in doing one meeting, and then spending $4 million on negative ads. I just don't think that's going to play well in Wisconsin. I think the people of Wisconsin want to see the candidate. They want to see that they're working hard and that they're committed to reflecting their values by actually talking to people here, and that's what we're doing.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Santorum, for joining us. We hope you enjoy a couple more helpings of cheese curds before you leave us in Wisconsin.
I had some very good squeaky ones last night.
Okay. All right. And we will point out, as we let Rick Santorum go, that we have also invited candidates Romney, Gingrich, and Ron Paul to join us on Live at Daybreak this weekend, and we hope to hear from them as well. Santorum, Romney, and Gingrich will all be at the Wisconsin Faith and Freedom Presidential Kickoff at the Country Springs Hotel in Waukesha. The event starts at 10 o'clock this morning. We will have complete coverage throughout the day. In about 15 minutes, the state president of the Wisconsin Faith and Freedom Organization will join us live here in our studio. Master